Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, your Cosmic Conversations host for today, Tuesday, on the Conscious Awakening Network. And I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for those that also watch this later. And we have a great guest, Tina Slade. And she's already hot and ready. So I'm just going to give her the floor.
I'm already primed. So first of all, thank you. How do we work with our dragons, Beverly? Okay, I will come to dragons in a moment if that's okay. So first of all, thank you for the invitation to come and join you. Kia deska, Santora Scatora. It's always a pleasure to come and talk about my work, my connection to the multiverse and the multidimensional intelligence that's around us. So I've always struggled. People, when I go out, when you meet people and they say, "What do you do?" And it's the question I always hate because I never know how to explain what I do. So basically, I've labeled myself as a multidimensional soul weaver. I'm a galactic channeler and I hold original blueprints. So I activate your blueprint into your highest awakening. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what I do. I'm also a third generation psychic, and I sat in circle to become a medium for many years and also a trance medium. Um, but I never actually got onto stage because I knew once I'd sat for a couple of years, it wasn't what I wanted to do. Connecting to spirit was beautiful. And I also communicate with animals. But I knew it wasn't the pathway I wanted to go to because if you've ever been, to these churches, the spiritual churches, no one ever knows their background, do they? No one ever knows their ancestry. And you come in with all of this information and you get that blank stare and you're like, oh my goodness, this is way too hard for me. So it wasn't a pathway that I went down. But I understand that I needed to do that in order to be able to do the work I'm doing now. It was all preparation, it was all my apprenticeship. So when I came into this world, well, first of all, I remember the agreement working with the Council of High Light to return to Earth. I remember, so when I channel Oracle, who is an aspect of my future self, Oracle is the intelligent in body format that I am in my future self, and Oracle is who I channel when I channel through my work. And I channel all other star races as well. But Oracle, I remember saying within this council that I was asked to come back to Earth in order to awaken everyone into their original, what I call your blueprint, which is your original divine crystalline intelligence, holding all of your gifts, holding all of your remembrance of your planetary lifetimes. So I agreed to come down, but I also agreed to wrap up my karma. And to be honest, if I sit here, I think, holy shit, why on earth did I do that? Because this lifetime for me has been very challenging and there's been enormous growth, but also enormous pain. But I agreed to come down. I also remember literally probably from about the age of 5 being able to be outside of Earth, looking down onto Earth, understanding I don't belong here. This is not home for me. And it's a sensation and feeling that's stuck with me all my life. This isn't home for me, although I have incarnated many hundreds of times. My home is in the stars. That's what I long for. That's where my loneliness comes from. That's where my disconnect comes from. But actually, that separation is just an illusion because we sit within a false matrix. We sit within the simulated program of our own creation. And that's how I teach people to live outside of the matrix system. So I went into a very dysfunctional family. Narcissism, my father could probably write the book on that, and silent narcissism as well, and lots of complications. And also, very strangely, because I work in quantum codes, so I work in numeric sequences, formats. So when I'm coding, I'll bring down code 65431721216. And that comes in with frequency pattern repatterning and grid point access. And the strange thing is I came in as a human as dyslexic, so I had no connection. I had no connection to numbers at all, except for when I'm working and I'm coding and regridding. And I didn't need to know that information, but it caused me quite a lot of challenges as I grew up. And having this massive lack of self-worth as well. What I did is I put myself into a career in blue chip companies where I could prove myself, because I always grew up with the conversation around you're never going to make anything of your life, you're never going to, amount to anything. So all of those karmic patterns that I hold within my own Akashic field, I've had to go through and reprint all of those. I got married, I had children, and I was plagued with depression all through my life. From my earliest remembrance, I felt quite depressed being on Earth because it just wasn't a place that I felt connected to. And then my home life became very complicated, and to sort of pass through all of that, about 7 years ago, my home life was so difficult. I had someone very close to me who was extremely ill, and I had no place to put my emotion, the fear and the pain. And I became incredibly ill. I had all the symptoms of multiple sclerosis. I had right side paralysis. I had a stutter that I couldn't even speak. I couldn't even talk. And one particular time I'd gone into a DIY store to ask for something, and it took so long to get my words out. He just walked away and left me. And at that point, I reached my lowest point and I left my home to end my life. And that was where, at the point of doing what I was going to do, my whole team came in. I was guided to connect to someone who would never have been someone I would connect to. And at that point, I started my comeback. And my comeback was about self-healing. So I was an absolute hot mess. And what started to happen once I understood so just to pause on there for a moment, when people take their lives, and actually, Susie, it's very relevant with what you're going through, it's because we've already inserted a timeline conjuncture in our timeline. And that is, it's either yes, we can, no, we can't. And we don't take our life unless that conjuncture is there. And for me, the conjuncture was there, but I was told that that wouldn't happen. And so from that point, I started to go on this incredible journey. And in a way, I wish that I'd written it all down because I could write a book on it. And I started when I went to bed. That's the time when my team worked with me. I started to have star beings in my room. I started to have incredible healing. I'd literally be levitating off the bed. My nervous system was rebuilt. I would be taken off onto motherships and I'd be placed into healing chambers. I would also go back into council meetings to understand how I was to move through this. And then these incredible gifts started to come through. I'd always been psychic. I'd always been connected to spirit. But then I started having access to my past lives, my future lives. I was then started to be able to see grid points around the world. So when I look out at the earth, I see the earth as vibrational grid points. Everything is a grid. When I work with my clients, I see their blueprint as grids. I see everything as frequency. And then I started talking in a really strange tongue, which was bizarre because I knew that something I'd never heard about light language. And I knew my entry into the work I do now came in many stages. And the first stage was I learned something called quantum psionics. And quantum psionics came to me through synchronicity. And you work with a psionics board and you use a pendulum, and then you can clear past, present, and future lifetimes. And so I was working with the quantum psionics and I knew I had to clear something in my throat, and I started speaking Latin. Now, I don't speak any language other than light language. And I started speaking Latin and I was shown I was very high up in the Catholic Church, and I had to clear all of my oaths, pledges that I put into the church, all the distortion that came with that religious indoctrination. And as soon as I cleared that, all those contracts, my light language just came in, and there it was, and it was part of the journey. The second stage of me coming to where I am was I, chance by not chance, saw Dolores Cannon on YouTube, felt really drawn to her work, became a QHHT practitioner, level 1, level 2. But then I realized that my team didn't want me to work in that regimented way. Dolores Cannon would often come forward and show me how to work in the way that I work now. And what would take me 8 hours to work with a client, I can do in an hour. So I moved on from QHHT and I developed what I call now the connection into frequency. I connected into soul genesis. And that's why I call myself a soul retriever, because I have the remembrance. And just let me also say, I am no different from every one of you who's sitting here. The gifts that I remember, you all hold coded within you. You just haven't got to that point where either you trust, you haven't got to the point either where you are ready to show yourselves, or you haven't timed that part of your awakening in this aspect of your life on that timeline. So everything I'm saying now is all open to you. So what I am able to do is I can read your energy field, I can take you into past lifetimes where you hold emotional entrapment or you hold fear, betrayal, whatever that is, and we clear it. And I clear it through my coding 176222216 reset. And then we recode you into your remembrance. But the beautiful thing that I have access to, which I don't believe anyone else on earth at this point has access to, not only are there the quantum key codes that I use, I have the ability to take you to your planets, not the normal planets that you channel from, the normal 10 that everybody knows about. I will take you through the whole multiverse, because I remember coding universal consciousness at the beginning of consciousness as it started to evolve. So I can take you to Sartorius and I can connect you to Sartorians and the aspect within you that holds the gifts. I can connect you to your mystery schools, your learnings, your understanding of wider intelligence. And it's just so incredible, because when we call it soul retrieval, soul weaving, they are fragments of our multidimensional understanding of ourselves that have been closed off to us in this timeline. And so you're able to pull down very often, even clients who come to me who don't understand light language, I get them activated and they're speaking light language at the end of our hour. Sometimes it's quite hard to pull it out of them if we've got the fear, if we've also got restrictions in the throat, inhibitors, or we've got implants. But we all have the ability to connect to this higher level of frequency, which is all about why we're here. We're coming out of that simulation and coming into our innate ability to be self-regulating, self-knowing, and self-programming. So it's such a privilege. It's just such an incredible connection, because not only will I channel Oracle, I also channel Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. I will channel anyone from any star race system that wants to connect to that client through me. And it may be that they're not of that 10. And to be honest, 99.9% of the time, I go way beyond the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Syrians. They will, if it's important for that person to awaken into that frequency, they will play a part in the activation, but it's more about taking you off planet, understanding what's happened to you off planet. Sometimes I've worked with clients where their planets have been blown up and they still hold the grief, they still hold the separation from that trauma. And we literally find it throughout the body, and we just recode very beautifully, very gently. And I suppose to explain how it feels, it's liberation, it's freedom, it's you finding out who you truly are outside of this crazy world that we live in that's so full of distortion. And the one thing that I understand through all of the connections I have with my team, Kiedeska Santoros, thank you, is the only way that we ascend is to come back into our heart center, to be of unconditional love, unconditional compassion, and unconditional forgiveness. Because until we are the embodiment of those three frequencies, we will stay in the wheel of samsara. We will stay trapped in the earthbound frequency while Gaia has already ascended. She has already ascended. And what we're doing is we're coming back that says no soul gets left behind. And we are awakening the souls so that Gaia can meet with all of those who are connected to her particular frequency. So the other thing that I do, and someone asked about dragons, so I also have the incredible gratitude that I activate dragon lineage in those who are ready to come into their dragon soul. And I get very overwhelmed with understanding dragons are very much awakening at this point in time. So the dragon lineage is tied not only to earth, but also through up into the 9th, 10th, and 12th dimension. And we go up, dimensions are infinite. And the dragons not only are awakening on earth at this point in time, because they are working through the ley lines, they are working at clearing the density held within earth. I run a monthly membership, and in December we opened up a Stargate system that actually opened and awoke the dormant dragons that needed to come in for the new timeline as we come into the year of the horse. So dragons are coming through because they're breaking through all of the barriers. They're using their fire, their energy, they're using their strength to change the multidimensional grids which are impacting on Earth through the filament and also through inner Earth, because as we are above, we are below. So inside of Earth, we have inner Earth, we have the inner Earth star races that moved from Atlantis. When Atlantis fell, those star races either went home, they either went to Egypt, or they went down into inner Earth, creating their own cities in the Escadora Minisca, in the core of the Earth. And we have an inner sun, and we also have an inner galaxy in Earth as well. So dragons are really showing themselves. And just as a little sideline, when we came back from Thailand, my dragons are activated at present. Well, that's incredible, Lisa, because they will be with us now. When I came back from Thailand, we came to this house and we were brought back here very specifically, and everything was very synchronistic. We had 5 days before our flight, we had nowhere to live, and I had to just trust that I would find somewhere the right place. And then this house came up, and the reason is because one, I'm doing land work, but two, underneath the house was a dormant dragon, and her name is Alaya. And I had to awaken her so that she could work with the grid points. So living in Hereford, it's all Dragonland, so that she could work with the grid points and connect to all the other grids that basically everyone will take us through to the Sphinx. So dragons are here to do incredible earth healing. And also we are being called to ignite our own dragon, to reconnect with our own dragon. And when I do so, when the dragon comes forward, I will tell you what the dragon looks like. I will tell you the dragon's name. I will code it into your DNA and activate your dragon wings. And it is the most incredible, incredible feeling to be connected to such, unbelievable strength, wisdom, love, and protection. The dragons are just unbelievable. And I have actually integrated my green dragon, who is Lyterius, And it was so bizarre. We were taken to Thailand because one, it's a spiritual home for me, and two, I had a lot of healing to do. But we were coming back before we decided to go. And we were at Bangkok and I was waiting to board a flight. And I don't know why, there and then, that just as we're about to board a flight, I have a massive download. My husband nearly called the paramedics, and I'm integrating this enormous dragon into my field. And once the dragon's there, I can actually see through dragon eyes. I can think as dragon soul. And dragons are just the most divine energy to work with. And we have so many different dragons. We have celestial dragons. Archangel Michael has a band of dragons that he works with. A group of dragons is called a placard of dragons. So we have celestial dragons, we have earth dragons, we have the elemental dragons, we have Stargate dragons, and they can have feathers, they can have skin, they can have scales. They come in absolutely all different shapes and models. But that dragon energy within us is that fire that makes us connect to who we are. It brings our truth, it brings our voice to the fore, and it makes us formidable so that we can navigate our way through not only our shadows, but also the shadows that are existing throughout consciousness at this time. So that's a little bit about me, what I do, my team. Let's open it up. Has anyone got any questions? Does anyone have anything going on in their life they want some guidance on? Or let's just open the whole up.
Before they talk, I just want to say thank you, because I have been saying all my life that dragons are good. They've had a bad rap, and it is wonderful to hear how you are so connected and integrated. Thank you. Ah,
And I was just going to say, Glenda, I talk about my work all the time, and I speak in light language all of the time, and I'll speak many different dialects. I go through periods of getting long number sequences and haven't got a clue. Okay, Fallon, hold on a second, and I'll tell you exactly what they are, because you'll probably be coding with me. So pause for a moment, and if I forget, remind me. I'd love to know what my purpose is going forward, Beverly. Okay, so I have a very small human brain. I have a huge, expansive galactic brain, but very small human brain. So I will forget.
It's in the chat. We'll get to it.
Okay, amazing. So let's just come back. And so what was I just going to talk about then? With the dragons. What was that last question we had? The first question we had.
The dragon one? Let's see. Love dragons. Hold on. It's all the way back. Oh, how do we work with dragons? That was the first
Okay,
question.
so the first thing, that's what I was going to say. Thank you. My team just brought the information in. So I speak many different dialects of light language, and the reason I do is because I want everyone to understand that everyone holds light language within their remembrance. What I do is no different from all of you. So even when I'm out and I'm interacting with what I would call third dimensional people who haven't come into that stage of thinking alternatively and thinking for themselves, I still speak light language. I don't care whether people understand it or don't understand it. That's not for me to judge on. So I can be in Tesco's and I will come out with the light language because I know that I'll be either clearing the field for someone in there that I'm moving through, or there's stagnant energy that I need to clear. And then when people say, what do you do? And I have that whole, oh, holy shit, how do I explain what I do? I then always throw in, I work with dragons, because I will always get that dragons aren't real. And when I first started having that, honestly, I'd take a deep breath in. I'd have to hold my hands down because the urge just to punch them in the solar plexus was so overwhelming. And I would say, okay, so if you look back to the earliest scriptures, there will be dragons. Go back to the earliest books that we have in museums, there are always dragons. Go to some of the temples in the Far East, and they are covered with dragons. Dragons are part of the history reset that we went through to disempower us from our true intelligence. So when we talk about dragons, I get passionate because I can prove there are dragons, because when you integrate your dragon, it's like you suddenly have access to this massive battery power within you, that you can feel your dragon. You can, when you understand what your dragon brings to you, then you can start working with the dragon. You can start really bringing that energy forward. And big connections, you know whether you're connected to dragons or not. And dragons are very much like, if people say, oh, I come from Arcturus, I'll say, well, you come from 1,000 planets. That's just the one that you know about. And so not everyone will have dragon lineage. Likewise, not everyone will be connected to Andromeda, or not everyone's connected to Hydra. We all have our different DNA. But when you have dragon energy in you, you know it. You know it. And I've got double Leo and Sagittarius. I'm fire. I mean, I'm just dragon fire all the way through. So yeah, working with the dragons is incredible. How can you connect to your dragon? Do so in meditation. Find a quiet place and just sit down and call in, go through your higher self, go through any Stargate systems you want to. I'm just being told to go through the divine crystalline structure, and then go through that structure and just ask to be connected to dragon energy first of all, just so you can start feeling it, how it comes through. Feel it through your crown, bring it down into your heart. And then you have to start really trusting your intuition. So many people I work with are very much in their left brain. And their left brain is that shutdown brain. It's the brain that keeps you in the logical human mind. And if you want to really tap into your gifts, your higher self, your mediumship, into spirit, into whatever it is that calls you into your healing, you need to start to work through your right brain. And the way you can do this, I'll tell you very quickly, and then you can sort of elaborate on it when you try to do it. The easiest way to do it, if you're very left brain, is to imagine that you have, or you create a bridge between your left brain and your right brain. And you can make that bridge whatever you want, golden, wooden, whatever it wants to be. And you physically walk from your left brain over the bridge. And when you get to the end of the bridge, you drop into a galaxy, the galactics. Just as like you've got Glenda behind you. Imagine dropping off the bridge into that open space. From there, you can tap into quantum fields, you can tap into sacred geometry, you can tap into your Akashic records, because your Akashic records are always within your blueprint. And you can connect to everything you need to understand, but you have to get out of that pesky left brain, because the left brain is the brain that will make you question what you're doing. It will make you say, that's not possible. I couldn't have seen that. I couldn't have done that. So when you master coming over into the right brain, then you can connect to anything that you want to. Everything is available. So sit down, get some quiet around you. Just sit and tune in, first of all, to your heart. Put your roots down, go right down into center sun, lock in, activate your earth star, bring that energy up through center sun, locking into your earth star, first of all, bring it all the way up your energy centers. And remember that as humans, we like to conceptualize things. So we always say, oh, I'm working with my root chakra and it's a red disc spinning. It's not, it's frequency. All you need to do is evoke the frequency of the root, and then come all the way up to your crown, connect up into either a center star, connecting to source, and then just sit connected above and below, and then ask through your higher self to be connected to your dragons, or to be connected to spirit or the angels. And then when you have that voice that says, I can't do this, you need to really close that down. Close that down. Ask the human self to step out of your human body and step to the side to become the observer. And then you're free to journey. You're free to go anywhere you want to. You can go to any planet you want to. You can we are unlimited. There are no boundaries for us to reconnect to everything within our power, within our intelligence, and within our gifts. There is nothing that we cannot do. The only restriction is the human form within the simulation that says that's not possible. We can regenerate our body. We can go to the furthest star. We can do telekinesis. We can remote view. Anything you need to do is possible, but you have to change your mindset.
Beautiful.
So when you connect, yes, you are able, Lisa, to ask personal questions. We'll do that in a sec. When you when you connect your dragons and when you can really feel them, send me a message and let me know what you picked up, because I love it. I might be able to expand a little bit more for you, but give it a try. To be with your dragons, Kiedes Santoros Katora Meniska Anakara, is the greatest gift. It is the greatest gift. And you're never on your own. You're always protected. You're never on your own.
Yes. Okay, now we go to Fallon. I go through periods of getting long number sequences and haven't
Okay.
had a clue. Yes.
So, Fallon, I would say to you that you are a coder and a weaver. So, when we talk about coding and weaving, when you understand that everything is a numeric structure, all quantum energy is connected with numbers and frequencies. So, when you get number sequences, that means that you're connected into the quantum field. Okay, thank you. So my team are just telling me to step back and explain. Okay. So if you look at Earth as Earth is, and Earth isn't round, around Earth will be multiple structures, frameworks, grid works. These hold us not only into, okay, so the galaxies, so we have entities, so we have source entities. Let's go back to the beginning. Thank you. So my team say go back to the beginning. When source created itself, it expanded within its light. And then source understood that it couldn't expand anymore. It couldn't develop anymore. It reached that saturation point. And the only way for source to expand beyond its capacity was to understand duality and polarity. So source created darkness and shadow. That's why we are always of light, we are always of shadow. And it's a very simplistic way I'm explaining it to be quick. So source created darkness, which is why we will always have had lifetimes in the light, and we would have always had lifetimes in the dark. And quite often, it's the dark shadow that we come to in this lifetime to clear through the light in order for us to move our frequency higher. So Source created 7 source entities, 7-dimensional realities that we can exist within and we can traverse between. Those realities are held together with crystalline grid formations. And I, as I said, see them as grid points, graphic grid points. Now, within those grids will be numeric frequencies, because all frequencies are number and quantum fields of geometry. When we look at Earth, it will be surrounded by different fields because we are all connected into one universe. So one of the reasons why so many star races are helping us at this point in time, and this is information I've channeled from Oracle, is because we are making such an absolute hash of what we're doing at the moment that we are also being infiltrated by dark matrix codes that drop down into consciousness. And many of us who are either architects, coders, weavers, or holders of nodal systems within those grids will be receiving codes that we are subliminally or consciously coding into some form of matrix system, whether it's around Earth, whether it's around the divine feminine, whether it's around the divine masculine. So when you start seeing numbers, I'd love to work with you because we could really bring it in. What you're doing is you're bringing down the coded consciousness in numeric sequence, geometric sequence, and you are plugging that into the universal grid energy. And that's how we are raising vibration. And you'll find that also you will be, Fallon, I'm being told, you will be very much affected by the solar rays as well. So when we have a solar flare, because you are very sensitive, you will absolutely feel that. And they're saying to me, you'll feel very drained of energy, you'll feel very disconnected. And that's because the solar flares come and you will be getting the residue that comes down as a sentient being. So when you are bringing those numbers in, my advice to you is just let them come in. So do you start moving your hands as well? No. Okay. So my advice to you, and see if it resonates with you. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, let it go. My advice to you is when you start seeing or hearing the codes or speaking them, start allowing your hands. So thank you. One of the things you need to do, I'm just being told, you have very many bounds, or you're bound very much around your hands. So you have 6 bindings around your hands and your wrists. That's what's stopping you being able to bring your hands out and to bring the codes in. So you need to clear those bindings. You can do that literally by saying, yes, Akoya, I'm just going to ask for you what you need to do. I'm just interested in where they come from. So some of your bindings come from your lifetimes within Isakatera Makasantora Kaniska Anakara. I was just asking for the correct word to give you. Isakatara Mniska Anakora. So they keep giving me the word witch. So I want to say you are a witch of the earth. Some of your bindings come from when you have been burnt at the stake, when you have been drowned, when you have chosen to shut your powers down. And actually you have one from Atlantis as well. So you've bound yourself because you are, in fact, Fallon, you're very, very powerful. And one of the things you've come in this lifetime is you've closed that down. So you're, okay, thank you. The best way for you to do that is to use the word revoke. I revoke all times that I have closed my power down. I revoke all times that my power has been subdued. And then you literally see yourself, and you can have whatever you want to use, Kiedes Santora. You could use the violet flame, and you literally open up all of those binds from the violet flame. You just flipped off my screen, so oh, there you are. Through the violet flame, and you free your hands. Once your hands are free, you also have a very beautiful connection to Jesus. And I don't know if you've connected into that yet, but you have. Okay, that will become more pronounced for you as this year moves on. They're telling me around June you're going to have a big awakening into that Yeshua energy. And this is the start of you moving onto that new pathway. Thank you. So literally free your hands, and then when your numbers come in, just surrender. Just, that's all I can say to you, to surrender. So when they come in, you let your hands. So when I speak light language, I can speak either Kieneska, Santoras, Kotora, Miniska, or I will also code with my hands. Just moving something out of your throat then, actually. So just let me move that out of your throat, because you've got light language just on the tip of your tongue, honey. It's just on the tip of your tongue. Just let me move that out. And then literally let your hands pull down the code. So 157-836-21212. I'm just bringing that down into your crown, just opening up your crown. 7514766212, expand. And I'm just pushing out your crown so you can receive more information. Kiedeska Santoras Kotora. And you just need to surrender. You just need to surrender. Surrender into your truth and let the energy come forward for you. Does that help? You're welcome. You don't hold back. You're on quite a you're on quite a fast trajectory. So allow this to come forward. You have Arcturians working with you as well. So allow them to, allow them to show themselves. Yeah, I've got, thank you, confirmation. So allow the Arcturians to come closer to you and to show you what needs to be remembered.
Beautiful.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now let's, Beverly, I would love to know what my purpose is going forward. We're going down the line in the chat here.
Okay, Beverly, would you mind just popping your camera on for me, please? You pop your camera.
Beverly. There she is.
There you are. Hello, my lovely. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so Kiede Santara Katise Santura Kutura Makara Sanakura. Okay, so let me say one of your purposes at this point in time is to find your strength, to find your voice, and to heal your heart. So this is a time, and I want to say this is a time about you, Beverly, not about anyone else at this point in time. Does that make sense to you? You need to heal the lessons that you have been given because the medicine for you has been quite bitter. So what I'm saying is to you is that all the lessons, the gifts that you've been given in the learning, the medicine has been difficult for you to digest. And you are being asked to take this next year, 8 months to a year, to really heal your body, really heal your heart, and really heal your mind. And we often come down, to earth and we think, oh, we're all here to save the world and to heal everybody and to do all those amazing things that we want to do. But before we can do that, exactly what I had to do, I had to heal myself first. I had to heal my wounds. I had to learn the lessons that I have chosen to learn before I could come in to do this work. And it's very much like you. So, okay, just hang on a second. I've just got so many people coming forward. Just they all forget that I have a very small human brain. So let me just ask them to, okay, thank you. So what they're asking for you to do is to concentrate on yourself, put yourself first. Say no, please, instead of always saying yes. You cannot pour from an empty vessel and you cannot be everything to everyone until you are something to yourself. So the first thing they're asking you, please, is to work on so your health hasn't been the best, and they're asking you to get really healthy, please. They're asking you to nurture yourself, put yourself first. Do the things that bring, okay, thank you. They're also saying you don't do enough that brings you joy because your vibration is quite flat. So they're asking you, what is it that brings you joy? And bring more of that into your life, please. Bring more joy into your life. And the reason why they want you to do this, and this will be a reason that keeps you on that journey, is because you hear spirit. Are you aware that you hear spirit? Okay, you hear spirit. So and I've also got your grandmother with me. So your grandmother is saying to me that she also heard spirit as well. So she was very connected to the spirit world. She was very connected to the earth. So what they're asking you to do is, first of all, put yourself first. Do your healing, really focus on the medicine that you have been experiencing and the gift that that has given you. And then when you get your vibration back into your heart and your heart is expanded, find yourself a development group because spirit is waiting to connect to you. You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Natalia, sorry if I'm
Yes,
mispronouncing.
Natalia, just Natalia.
Okay, Natalia, sorry.
Natalia, oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I would appreciate some guidance as to what my particular gifts I have and what I am supposed to.
Okay,
Okay.
we were doing Natalia first.
Okay,
What is
so
my
that
soul contract and purpose in this lifetime? How do I
okay.
let go of the self-sabotage and the scarcity and increase my energy levels and step into my high purpose? Basically, what
Isn't
are
it interesting? One of the questions, and thank you, Natalia, for asking that. One of the questions I'm always asked is, what's my purpose? Well, your purpose is whatever you want it to be. It's I will tell you what your purpose is, but the purpose of this lifetime is to find your purpose. It's to find that shadow that you hold. It's to find it's to find the belief systems that stop you from being your most powerful self. And that's what we're all doing in this lifetime. And then what we do is we take that point of reference. So every time we do the inner work, and clients say to me, things come up and clients say to me, but I dealt with that. And I'm like, yeah, but we didn't really deal with it all. You know, I'm still working through my shit. And I've been doing it for so long, I can't tell you, because we go through layers and layers and layers. And each time we heal, each time we come back into the heart, we go up in our timelines, and our timelines take us deeper into our gifts. So, Natalia, let me say to you, you are coming also to do ancestral healing down your mother line, your maternal line. Okay, sister, you know, you took on a big thing there. You really took on a big thing, and I bow to you because it's been really hard work for you. There's been a lot of betrayal for you, Kiedeska, Santora, Skatora, through the divine feminine line. So when you ask about what are your gifts are to come back into your heart, your gifts are to come back into forgiveness, and also understand, and okay, thank you. This is very important for you to understand, so I want you to just really listen tight. You came back to change the trajectory of your maternal bloodline. You are doing this for the future divine feminines that come through your bloodline. That's why it's been so intense. Kiedeska, Santoros, Katora, Manaska. So if you want to know what your purpose is to keep holding your light, keep working through that shadow. Understand you have a beautiful Pleiadian connection. Are you connected to the Pleiadians that you're aware of?
I was told so, but
Yeah,
I would like,
okay.
how do I connect to my family?
I feel very emotional. That's the one thing with me, I cry at everything. So your Pleiadians are around you so much, and they are literally pouring love into every cell of your body. You have never been forsaken. You have never been left. You have never been on your own. It's just that you have felt as though you're on this single crusade, that no one's got your back, and they want you to know that they're always with you. Your Pleiadians come from an eighth dimension. They're beautiful. And they're showing me over your third eye, you have the most beautiful crystal diamond white grid within your third eye. And they're asking you, please, Kiedeska, Santoras, Katora, Maniska, to continue to heal the bloodline. That's what you came for. You are also a beautiful healer as well. And they're showing me around a lot of crystals. So I don't know whether you're connected to crystals, but there's a Lemurian aspect of you that is holding crystalline energy. So if you do decide to do hands-on healing, you don't need to do any courses or anything. You just need to trust yourself. You'll be working with the amethyst, and you'll be working with the rose quartz. Thank you. They're also giving you a necklace of tiger's eye for protection. They're just placing it round your throat and your heart at this point in time. But the Pleiadians are with you, honey. Kiedeska, Santora, Katorsa. You have a lot of, Yesamini se Saturikatasa Kaya. I want to say you have a lot of solar energy around you. So you are very much connected to center sun. Okay, thank you. That's because you have a Mayan ancestry as well. You are connected to the Mayans. I'm seeing you in this beautiful Mayan temple. So that connects you into the sun, Kiadera Katuska. And they're saying, do you feel the cold a lot? They're saying to me that you feel the cold a lot, and they're putting sun all the way through you, like rays of sunbeams all the way through you. So connect into that Mayan aspect of yourself. I'm actually seeing you. You need to clear your throat as well. You've got a lot of blockage in your throat, and you'll hear it because my voice is going to start to go like this. And that's because I'm picking up in your energetic field. I don't know whether you suffer. They're saying to me whether you suffer with laryngitis at times, where your throat just constricts up. But one of the things you're being asked to work on is clear that whatever it is in your throat that you need to speak your truth, it needs to come out.
Ugh.
I'm so easily drained, and I feel like my energetic container is so depleted. I have the energy of like only like 30% compared to my friends. So how do I bring it up?
Well, that's because you're clearing the ancestral line. You know, we can't do that. That work is so powerful that it does deplete us if we're not aware that we're doing it. One of the things you're being asked to do is to do detox baths. You also have a lot of energy trapped. So you've got a lot of nanoparticles trapped in your field. So you need to look at how you do detox bathing. Get in touch with me and I'll give you the details on it. But I am not a doctor, and
Okay.
you need to check things before you do it. But you definitely have a lot of nanoparticles around you, and you also are very much connected or very much affected by 5G.
Mm,
You need to keep away from all the masks, all of that shit that's going on around the world, because what happens is you just absorb it and then you can't release it. It becomes very toxic in your body. So you need to do a good detox. You need to do detoxing baths, Kiadora, Kotosa, Maniska, Anakara. Do you eat a lot of green vegetables?
yes, I'm mostly plant-based, yes, and eat a lot of raw
Okay, good,
stuff.
good, good. Because you need also some iodine. So it would really help you to take some sea kelp tablets,
Okay.
seaweed tablets would really help you as well. But when we're doing this heavy work, we will go through times where we are depleted, but you also, Kiedeska Santoros Kotora, are clogged, you're clogged in with all the stuff that's going on around us, and detox yourself, keep going with the green vegetables, whether you're doing smoothies or whatever. Kia deska dura kakoya. You also need vitamin D, please. You need to take a really good quality vitamin D, and you will pick up. It will get better by the springtime. The spring will come in and bring you some beautiful new energy. But okay, they said to go back to say to you, when I saw you as a Mayan, I saw you with Kia deska diskadora. I saw you with all feathers, all like a feather, here sature, ceremonial feathers all the way around here, and a yescadora anakotuse, ceremonial feathers in your hair as well. So very Kiadena Kitise, very earthbound. They're saying very earthbound.
Okay, thank you so much. Are my adrenals okay? Is it my adrenals and kidneys that I need to focus, or just overall my
It's
energy?
your overall, your adrenals are going to be shot to pieces because you're absorbing all of this and you're doing all of this work. So it's just a case, the detoxing will absolutely help you. And don't overthink things either. You go into spiral a little bit about your body and what's going on. They said, know that you are being looked after, you are being healed yourself. So just concentrate on moving forward, stepping forward, becoming stronger, and don't let your mind start panicking about what's happening in your body, because it's all been taken care of.
Is ion food bath beneficial for me? Because I have it at negative ion food bath. Is that a good detox
The foot
for me?
bath, if you think it works for you, go for it. It's whatever you feel gives you an uplift in your energy.
Okay.
It's whatever is right for you is right.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
How do
Welcome.
I
Kia
get in
desa
touch with you, or
Santoro.
are you guys gonna give us information
Oh,
right to the?
I'm sure Glenda will. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sure she will.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kia desa Santora Scatora Minise Santara Katisa. You're welcome.
So let's move on to Lisa's question. Basically, she had visions of being a dragon in breathwork, and she has two around her. Could you share how she could work with them so she could gain clarity on her mission, which feels is supposed to be integrated with a new career in path in service?
So
So,
your
Lisa, you
dragons, you've
start.
actually got more than two dragons around you. Your dragons are beautiful. Kiedeska, you are very much connected to the earth, and I want to put you in with the fairy folk. I want to put you in the realms of the trees. I want to put you with the dragonflies. Kiedesa, Santoros, Katora, Meniska. You have a very unique frequency. Kiedeska, Santora, there is a purity around your energy and your heart. San Sira Ketise Katura Makaya Kora. Okay, this is really beautiful. You, Santoris Katara. So you, oh, okay. Isikiti, and that's what I got so much coming through. I'm just trying to process it at the same time. When Earth was created, you came down, and I want to put you in as a nymph. You came down and actually seeded into the Earth consciousness. So that's why that's your connection to Gaia. You also have a connection to Avalon as well. I don't know if you're aware, if you have a very high priestess Avalon connection, Kiadora Kotorsa, and you also have a crystal skull. And you will need to go to Avalon, please, in your dream state, and you will need to find your crystal skull because it's waiting for you to be activated. Kiedesan Santora Katise no Kuturie Makaya, because they're putting a crown on your head. So they're saying they're crowning you as the priestess of Avalon. So there will be a connection and there will be a draw for you to come to Glastonbury. Kiedeska, whether you've been here before or not. Salakoras Katire Miniska Anakara Santora. Santira Kitise Anakaya. And this is about discovering who you are, discovering who you are. You have a big team that works with you. They're very celestial. You've got beautiful celestial angels who work with you. Kiedesa Tura Manushka Anakara Katasa Anakara. And this is very interesting. You work in your dream state. You work with children. Kiadera coming down into it. It's so fast. I just wish everyone could see what I'm seeing. So you work with bringing new souls down into the womb of the mother, and you do that in your dream state. So you do that in your alternate realities as well. So it's such a fantastic connection into the new souls coming to Earth, because you are bringing in. So we've had the fourth wave of children. We've had the Agatherian children, and they came in about a year ago, and they are coming in completely different consciousness. And you are also bringing in the children who are coming down to help the Agatherian children bring in the new energy systems that comes to Earth. But this year is going to be a massive year of chaos. So you are bringing them down, seeding them into the womb space, and then it's like you become almost like a mother to them as well, because there's that connection with you. But that's what happens for you in your dream state. It's an incredible, and I thank you. I thank you for doing that, because it's such a privilege for me to see someone who's actually bringing those souls down.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes me so emotional. Thank you. It's
I
fun.
know.
I feel exhausted all the time, and I know that I'm working in my dreams. I wasn't clear on exactly what I was doing. So that's beautiful.
Let's talk about why we're exhausted, because, okay, let's talk about the third dimensional. We're exhausted because consciousness is so heavy at the moment. We're going through a massive time of destruction, and it's going to get worse. So we are picking up on collective consciousness in terms of fear, anger, separation, hatred. When we're sentient beings, we cannot do anything but pick up on everything that's around us. And it drains us, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to pump the light into every facet of this world. Every person we meet, we're pumping our light into them. We're gifting our heart into the new grids. So then when we look at what's happening in the grid formation, we're being bombarded by distortion. We're being bombarded by what we call the inversion codes. And the inversion codes are those which keep the simulation running. So of course we pick up on all of that as well. And then to add to that, we're dealing with our own shit. We're dealing with our own shadow and everything that's going on. And then also, as divine feminine women, we are also trying to assist the rise and the stabilization of the divine feminine womb. And the masculine, beautiful men like Richard sitting there, you're trying to bring in that light for the masculine, bringing them back into a 0 point reference of divine feminine balance. And then we're working multidimensionally, we're working in other realities. And then we wonder why we're tired, because then we're trying to do a job and clean the house and do the shopping and all of that rubbish. And we are spinning so many plates. But we are absolutely being called into service. We are being called to hold the light. And yes, we will feel tired. And yes, we do need to look after ourselves. We need to protect ourselves, ground ourselves. And we need to become the observer of the world without being the participant. We cannot get involved and pulled into the chaos that's happening, because we're here literally holding everything else together through the crystalline grids. So yes, that's why we're tired. You're
Let's move
welcome.
to Ashley now. How do you know if you're a coder, weaver, or which path is meant for you, for her?
Okay, let me see where Ashley is. I can
Ashley.
work without, oh, there you are, darling. I can work without seeing you. I just like in my human form to look at everyone. Okay, so we all hold aspects of being an architect, a coder, a grid worker, a nexus point holder. We all hold those, but it's about what is more prevalent for us, what we're more drawn to. We're all weavers, we all can weave, but some of us come in this lifetime to simply hold the grids, because we can't weave without other people holding that energy. And when we work on my monthly membership, we work a lot around the ley lines and the nodal aspects that people are almost positioned in, that hold all of those ley line energies that are coursing through in all different directions. So, and as architects, it means that we are more connected to our sacred geometry, multidimensional, higher frequency, a little bit like Fallon is. She's bringing those codes down. It might be actually that you're holding the grid points for us to come in and weave, or to extract or deconstruct, or to condense down, or to expand out. We cannot do any of this unless we all play our part, and we will always be an architect, or we might then be a weaver, or we might be holding the energy, or we might be coming through as dragons and just clearing everything out. We all play every part of holding the new ascension, but we play it in different timelines, in different ways that we are connected to or understand. So you very much are a holder at the moment. You're really holding the energy. That's why you sometimes get very overwhelmed, because you're holding. We can't do our coding without you, sister. We can't do our work without all of those beautiful souls who are going, do you know what? I'm going to hold it up. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to pour my energy and love into it. And we're like, amazing. We don't have to do that. We can just come in and weave whatever we need to weave into. So we are all part of everything, but there are certain times you play certain roles.
Let's move on to Kathy. I would appreciate some guidance as to what my particular gifts I have and that I am supposed to use to help heal others. Kathy, wave.
Where are you,
Kathy,
Kathy?
wave.
Wave, there
Yes.
you are. Hello, my darling. Oh my goodness, you hold a lot of druid energy. Kiedesan Santora Katosa. I want to put you as the crone. I want to put you with the earth. I want to put you with plant medicine. Kiedeska Diska Dora Nakoya. You are the sort of divine feminine that I want on my side. You are extremely loyal. You are you are a force to be reckoned with when you need to be, and then you're soft when you can be in your softness. Kiedeska diska dora nakoya makara santoris. Oh, I'm going off to Santoris. It's a planet in the sixth dimension. Kiedeska diska dora makoya nikiska anakara. It has 3 blue moons. Kiedesa Titkine Sakura Kotora Nakoya Makaska Anakaya. And I have you writing symbols. So are you aware that you channel symbols? Have you ever tried?
No.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to find some time and space, grab yourself a pen, some paper, and I'm just going to ask you to let your hand, let me see if I have something I can show you. Let your hands start drawing. And, right, bear with me a moment, because I didn't know that I was needing to get this out. Let me show you what you will do, because oh, I've had to clear out. Can't believe I can't find it. Anyway, you can draw symbols that hold frequency. You have so much. I want to put you in Egypt as well. Do you have a connection to Egypt?
I feel there's something from there.
Yeah, there is. You
The time
can
of Isis or Hathor in that kind of.
Yeah. So definitely with and I have you and they're giving me the word apothecary. I have you working with plants again, and I have you working with oils again, and that will be something that comes very naturally to you. And I wanted to, if you can contact me afterwards, I will send you some of the grids that you can draw, because you can download them. You just haven't realized you can do it. So I'll send them to you just to give you an idea on what it would look like, or what yours could look like, and then just allow yourself to come in. You simply sit down, go over the bridge, go into that galaxy, and then with a pen, just draw whatever comes up. And just, it will probably be quite small to start off with. So hold on a second. Let me, Kedessa Santora Katuse and Akora Sara Minise Shantor. Us anakaise en iles kadara mokusha si esa torsk. So, you're going to come out with things like this to start off with, and then they will get more complicated. Do you work with astrology?
No, I don't. I mean, I've
That's
had my
another.
chart done, but I don't
No,
know, like,
you've worked very much in other lifetimes. You've been very knowledgeable with the stars and astrology. So it might be something that draws you in, but it would be very easy for you to remember. Very easy.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, so symbols. Okay.
Symbols. Also, I would definitely, there's something very deep waiting to open up for you, and I'm not
That's what
sure
I
why.
feel, and I'm not sure what it is.
I'm not being, it's not for now for me to tell you, but you need, well, yes, Godora Maniska Anakara. It's there. It is there. And I'm not being given the information because it's not the right time for me to share that with you.
And is there anything that I can do to help myself to have that become clarity on that for myself?
You are super protected. You are super protected, because when I go into it, I'm not being given any information. So that means it's either not the right format to do it here, or there's something else you need to work on to get to that. And I'm really sorry, because it doesn't happen very often, but I'm not, everyone stood back. So it's something that you need to either discover, overcome, accept, and then it will open up for you.
Okay. The only thing I'm thinking is clearing out emotional things.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Open up my heart again, I'm thinking.
It's just not for here for me to share with you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, but it will be there. It will be there. You have a beautiful crow on your right shoulder as well. I want to put you earth witch, druid. I want to put you with your feet in the water. I want to put you with the trees. I want to put you with the eagle. Oh, okay. So you've got eagle energy as well. Kiada Santora Katuse and Akarakara. You're a very ancient soul with much wisdom to impart. And particularly, around oils and herbs will definitely help you move into that next
That's
phase
funny you
of your
said
life.
apothecary, because I've had plans for that when I can move into a different place, and I've been manifesting that to
Yeah,
transpire soon.
absolutely. Keep working with the oils, keep working with the plants,
Mhm.
and yeah, it will come. There's a gateway that will open that you will walk through.
Okay.
Okay, now
Thank you.
Susie. Thank you. Susie has been waiting patiently. Go ahead, Susie.
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 Wait for me, Susie, because oh, Susie, hi.
Hi. First, I want to show everybody my dragon. Can you see my dragon? Wait, there.
We can.
My crystal dragon. And I wanted to talk about dragons. First, Tina, I want you to hear this. I have played music for 2 shows, well, for 22 shows, but 2 shows a week for Sheila for 6 years. And so I'm on the front row of all these phenomenal speakers, but you are really tremendous. You are really getting through to me and to the others. I mean, very, very beautiful. And I'm pretty certain, I say this, I'm pretty certain I'll be connecting with you. I'm crazy busy, but I really need what you are and what you have. And back to the dragons. I was introduced to the dragons in a very gentle way and I wasn't looking for dragons. So if people have time, Anne McCaffrey's books, Dragon Song, Dragon Singer, and Dragon Drums are it's just magical. And I got my dragons from that. And also Maureen St. James has a book called Waking in 5D, and she says, just ask to meet your dragons. And on the day that I did that, I was somebody was driving me, and I looked up, and every sign had dragon on it. I mean, dragons were everywhere. I mean, it was just like absolutely amazing. So they really are with us, and I am so grateful for you, Tina. I mean, seriously,
Love you.
you really did it for us today. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. And I don't know, have we covered everyone, Glenda? Because I just wanted to share
No,
one.
we still got a couple more.
Okay, let's do a couple more then.
Yeah, couple more.
No
Rose.
worries. I've got all
Ah,
the time in the world.
Rose, used to be extremely connected to source, but the last few years I feel so blocked. Besides what you besides what you suggested about the left and the right brain bridge, do you have any other information that can help her clear it and move forward?
Yeah, well, Rose, your crown is very closed. Kiedeska, Santora, Skatora, Miniska, Anakara, your crown is closed. Si etikatisa koya. I don't know whether there was something, the word I kept getting was trauma, whether you've been through some trauma, but that is closed, Kiedeska. I'm just going to skirt down through your third eye isn't open fully. Kiedeska Diskadora. Your heart is very beautiful. Your heart is beautiful. Kiedesa Santoras Akaya Nikire Eturika Melsa Taurus. And I'm just coming down to, and your sacral is blocked as well. Kianessa Santoras Katire Sayema Kura Kurkuri. I'm seeing you as this beautiful willow tree, Kiedesa Santoras Kadora, Isa Katera Makaya. And they're saying to you to go back to your roots, go back to your strength, go back to Kiedeska Diska, understanding who you are. You've lost your understanding of who you are, and therefore you've lost your identity. Okay, thank you. Find your identity, and that will enable you. Source has never left you. Your connection has never, that's the illusion of separation. You have always been connected to source, but something has happened that's taken away your confidence, and it's taken away the trust in who you are. And okay, thank you. All you're being asked to do is to fall in love with yourself again. And then you will be back with source, connected to source, and all will be running through you. Chiesa Santurike Pierre. Salakara menise santura kitise susunikiata anakatasa anakoto shilemara Arasenine Sakadire Katar Kanaya Sakadora, Mieskadan Sansi Kechunikana Skadora na Anakatara, Alakara Santoras Katire Meniska Santire Kitasa, Munushke Ganasan Inikia de Okutuse Alakama Sanakoras, Naita Kanisa Anakutushe Alakara, Mieskadine Uture Katasa Manushka Anakara. And they're saying to you, believe. Just come back and believe. Kiedera Kataska, come back and believe. You are so beautiful. You are always connected to Source. You've just lost yourself. That's all. That's all.
Okay, if I miss anyone, I am sorry, but the chat keeps going and I keep trying to go back. So if anybody I missed, how about sending her an email? I put all her contact information in the chat. Just tell her you saw her here, and then she'll have an
I think
idea.
Richard just wants to do a little, let Richard speak. Love him.
Okay, Richard, tell me
Come on,
anything you
brother.
can. Hold on, there you go. Is that easier?
Yeah, I would like any help you can give me. I really would. I got into this 15 months ago, and I'm trying as hard as I can, and I'm putting all the time and effort, but I'm just a guy. You notice all these sensitive women here that know what the hell's going on. Me, I'm kind of stumbling around.
Okay, so Richard, you're just trying way too hard, honey. You're trying way too hard. You're overthinking this. It doesn't have to be hard for you. It doesn't have to be hard for you. One of the things that I'm being shown is I need to get you more out with nature. I need you to stop that really manic brain. I need to slow it right down, and I need you to surrender into what is within you. So
Well,
please
I
start
try
going.
constantly.
Yeah. So don't try, don't try so hard. This journey was never meant to be one that we were having to force. It's one that needs to be in flow. Come back into your flow. Do you do Tai Chi?
I'm just starting to start a class, actually.
Okay. So I need you to put all of your energy into learning your Tai Chi, because what Tai Chi will do, it will slow down your mental brain and it will slow everything down. When you're doing your Tai Chi, come into your breath, please. That's another thing that's going to really help for you. If you can go and find a really good breathwork facilitator, that will also help you. Come into your breath. Come into your silence. Okay, thank you. Come into your silence, Richard. Find some time, carve some time out where you just become very zen, just become very silent. Okay, thank you. Become the monk. You are being asked to become the monk. When you become the monk, everything slows down. When everything is slow, you then engage with your breath and you connect into your divine wisdom. It's not hard, it's within you, it's outside of you, it is you. Just slow everything down and come into this single. So I always call it a single point reference, and that is the 0 point reference of the soul. And imagine running down from your crown down to your earth star. You've got a gold center line, a line that comes down. And all I want you to do is to be able to sit and imagine this golden line running all the way through you, grounding down, root yourself down, come back into your breath, become the monk, go back into the teachings, go back into the scriptures, go back into the truth of the Holy Lands. Kiadesa ture katire manuska anakara, and then allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel. You got it. You got it, brother. You've got it. It just needs to all slow down.
That's funny because my wife has told me the same thing, that I was just trying too hard.
I wonder why she is. I wonder why she is.
She's right over there.
I can see you in the back, my love. Send me the check later on. I said all the things you wanted me to say, didn't I?
Well, we just found out that she's been going through cancer. So we've been going through this cancer thing and trying, it's been, but she's a lot better. And
Good.
by God, spiritual healing is good for you.
It really is. Who would have
really
thought
is.
that, Richard? Who would have thought that, eh?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just
Thank you.
thank you.
You
thank
are
you.
welcome.
I do think I'm just I want it so bad. I want
You're
to.
wanting something that's already within you. It's already within you.
The saving of the planet and all that. Really, it's like, boy, I had a fun life. Now I want to pay back. It's like that's kind of where I'm not like, boy, I owe this planet a lot. I had a good time. I want to do it. And that's
Well, I'm sending you both my love. I'm sending you both my love. Kiedesa, Satora, Meniska, Santora, Kitisha, Mature, Katasa. And I hope that your wife, when you're in the background, I hope that you continue to feel better, to feel inspired with life. And I'm sending you all of my love straight to your beautiful heart.
she became a teaching professor after having it.
Well, I am impressed.
Got her
And
doctorate.
that's phenomenal. And if you want to message me and let me know how you're getting on, then do so, honestly. And
Love
are we for you both?
I actually think you and her would be just exactly perfect for each other. You're great.
You never
for me,
know.
too.
We'll be meeting in the stars.
Yeah, she'll get a hold. She'll get a hold of you for sure. And hey, don't think I don't love you. I do. I just, I'd like to see her.
He needs to be the monk. He needs to be the monk first.
He needs to be. Get him a T-shirt. Have it written on the front. I am the monk. I am the monk. Job done.
Something always puts that KY on the end. Yeah.
The monk.
Okay.
Send you my love, Richard.
Well, thank you so much.
You are welcome. You're really welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. I know you wanted to say something. I think we
Yeah,
covered everybody.
I just wanted to share something from my crazy world, because I never understand half the stuff that goes on in my world, in my human form. And I went on I'm connected to mushrooms, so I do many mushroom journeys and soul quests. And I wanted to share with you the power that we have been told that we don't have. So I went on a journey on Sunday, and my only desire was to go home, because I've been feeling really lonely. And my desire was to go home. And, my journeys last about 5 hours. And it was so fascinating because I went back to, oh, Susie, you're welcome. I went back to Lyra. They took me home to Lyra. And, we've all lived on so many planets. And I had the most beautiful healing there. And they activated my ability to regenerate my internal organs. And they said to me that they were working on my liver because I had the first stages of liver disease, which was, I mean, I don't drink. I've never been a big drinker, but I have to say my eating's not always been great. So anyway, I'm aware of all of this healing going on, and being back on Lyra was just incredible. I saw myself in my feline format. And then I went off to the Hathors, and I was initiated with a Blu-ray, and I had all of this Blu-ray energy. And the reason I'm telling you is because the next day when I looked at my eyes have changed color. My eyes have become greener, and I have a blue circle around my eye. And I thought it was only me that could see it. And yet hold on 2 seconds. One of my one of my clients messaged me and she said, Tina, your eyes have changed. And I was like, holy shit, someone else can see it. So this is the power we have within us, that we have been told that we are not connected to, or we're disconnected to.
Yeah.
We have the power to heal ourselves, and we can prove that by the changes in our bodies.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So that question that came up, was that from Natalie? Did she just
Natalia,
say,
yeah, Tina, do you know how many years you will be on Earth this lifetime?
I do, and I have asked. So when I was very, very ill, I came into this because I went to end my life and I was stopped. And there were 2 other times that I have been very close to doing that, because because of my complex life, I'm estranged from my children. And those times are really difficult for me. But I know that when I've asked, so on my journey, I was like, oh, just bring me home, just bring me home. And they're like, you haven't finished. So I do know when I'm going to pass, and I do know the work I haven't completed yet. And when it's complete, then I will go home. And I'm not sure which home it will be, but yeah, I do know. And that's not
And
always the best thing as a psychic. You know so many things. You're like, oh God, what do I do with that information? You know?
I know, I know. That's just like I've been told also, and it's like, okay. Or when I see somebody and I could tell they're within that time period, and you're like, let them live, let them enjoy. Usually I say, you really need to take those vacations, those dreams,
Yes.
those dreams.
Well, my mum has dementia, and she's quite advanced, and I have so many times taken her to source, so many times. And I didn't want to do any of that work on that journey, because I just wanted to go home and spend that time for me. But it was so interesting. At the end of my journey, my mum came in, and so we've had many lifetimes together, and my mum was an incredible medium. And the reason why we've been so close in this lifetime is that she was my teacher on Sirius A. And that was part of a contract we've been working through. And I had to release her on Sunday. I had to say, okay, I'm ready for you to go. And I took her back. So we'll wait and see what happens. But that work needed to take place. And I needed to know about her being my teacher in Sirius, because that made more sense to me. I've just missed something that popped up here. It said, Tina, was there another?
Amy, thank you, Tina. This has been amazing. And I will be connecting with you. Most of the questions and answers here resonated, and feel some soul resonance with this group. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Amy. And Lisa, I am so grateful. Okay, guys, I am so grateful I was called to join this Zoom meetings. Thank you so much, Tina and Glenda and everyone here. I would love to do some work with Tina. I will send her an email. Many blessings. And then Susie, there was someone needing to know how to connect with the Palladian Solary. I forgot, but the portal to Ascension is doing a 2-day webinar on Palladians and Arcturians. Okay. If you can look at my message, I would love it. Okay. Sea Dancer. Sorry, did I miss something? I apologize, people, if I missed something. You guys are so good that you're running. Hi.
Hi, I don't know if Tina has any time. I had been called to create a business. I've been in technology. I've been a solution provider my entire career, and I've been called to create a business. That's it behind me. And I've worked oh so hard on the tech part, but I'm really struggling with how to grow it. And I know there's some lesson, there's something that I'm not picking up on how to have it grow with the way that I had been told it would. The company name is Just Know. And that's how much it just came to me. So if you can see anything to help, Tina, I would be oh so grateful.
Okay, so my question to you is, what do you still hold within yourself that doesn't allow yourself to be successful? Because you're blocking this because you've created this. This is your simulation. So where is your fear about success? Does it sit within unworthiness? Does it sit within showing yourself? Where does that sit?
You know, So what I've been working on is this concept of hopping ahead, because I do think that there's something in a belief that thinks I have to work really hard for it. And I keep going, no, I can hop ahead. I can hop ahead. I don't have to do all of the work. I can just hop ahead. So much has come to me for this and in my life that I'm going, this should be easy. Why am I not hopping ahead? So,
Okay, shall I tell you what it is?
yes.
Would it help you?
That.
You have a fear of having money. Do you have a connection with money?
I've always felt like I've had a lot. But I think that this hopping ahead is somehow tied to I'm not open to the abundance that's there.
Abundance. It's exactly. Work on your, it's held actually from other past lifetimes. So work on your, okay, thank you. Work on your financial freedom. You're deserving to be financially free. You've had a lot of money they're showing me a particular lifetime. You had a lot of money and you didn't do good things with it. And there's something that needs to be, listen, we've all done it, honey. There's something that needs to be reconciled between you having wealth in that lifetime and you allowing yourself to have wealth in this lifetime.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you for going the extra mile here, Tina. I know it's
Tina,
the
is this
middle of the
something
night for
can be
you.
cleared in the private session with, do you do private sessions? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
does.
So just have a look at my website. It's under Tina Slade Expansion. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm under Tina Slade Expansion. However, I'm going to be dropping off Instagram in the next couple of months, and I'm going to go back and go onto YouTube. The vibration on Instagram is so poor, so I'm going to start working and building community on YouTube. So, and some of my old work is on YouTube now, once again under Tina Slade Expansion. But have a look at my website if anything resonates
Everything
with
is right
you.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put all the
And
information in the chat so you can
thank
find
you,
her.
Glenn.
You-
And Glenda, can I just say to you, thank you so much for
Thank you.
connecting with me, allowing me to come on and talk about my work.
Of
Thank you.
course. And we'll see each other real soon again.
We
And
will do.
Yes, thank you to everyone that was here today and all the great questions and your patience in waiting for me to read the questions.
You
Thank
did a
Tina.
fabulous job.
I love you all.
Love you
Thank
too.
you.
See you in the stars.
Thank you.
Bye.
Big
See
hug,
you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Tina. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.